Hello everyone. You can see this beautiful dress. Let me turn it. You can see the front. Okay, all right. This is the front of this gorgeous dress. So beautiful, right? So everyone, if you want to really see the way I make this dress, you can watch it on my YouTube channel. I modified the pattern and I started to sew it this way. So this is the finished product. So you really want to see how I made it, just keep watching. So stay tuned. See you. So this tutorial we're going to be actually cutting and sewing the modified pattern in our last video. Today, if this is the first time you are watching this channel, welcome. And if you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I'm grateful to you guys that you subscribe to my channel. But today we're going to actually go straight to the project that we're going to do. Last video we actually drafted I have a pattern, and we actually modifying it. I did some changes there, and so now with that pattern actually I did some changes. I'm going to cut out my fabric, and this is the fabric that I'm going to be using today. This fabric is actually called super wax. It's Dutch super wax. That is it. It's really very beautiful because when you look at the front of the pattern, it has kind of it has glitters. You can see very beautiful, and the design is really very beautiful. So I am going to cut it straight. I'm just going to go to the project and cut it straight away so that you guys can see. And also remember, the pattern that we drafted out last video has no pocket, but I told you guys that I'm going to maybe think about putting inseam pocket. So I decided to do it. So this is the template that I'm going to use, and this template I just got it. I use it in all my projects. I just keep it so that whenever I want to make any pocket in any dress or whatever pants, I will not waste my time to start drafting out. So if you want to know how I draft this template for my pocket, you can go to the YouTube channel and check out the pocket pattern. It's very simple. One of the videos they actually just describe details on how you can make your own inseam pockets. So that is that. So I will go now to my cutting table because I discovered that this place is not big enough actually right now to sew it, because I'm going to cut everything once. So I will go to the next cutting table and cut out all my fabric. Then I will show you how it goes. Anyway, when I cut what I'm just going to do now to save time for you guys as well, I'm going to cut out my pattern, and after cutting out, I will overlock it. If you don't have overlocker, you can use your zigzag, your machine to zigzag it round, but I'm going to use overlock on it. And then after overlocking, I will show you the next step. Alright, so let me go and cut.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, let me just show you guys what I did now so far. I cut out the fabric. As you can see, it's very beautiful, and this part is the front part. And what I did as well, I zigzag. I don't use overlocker, so overlock it, as you can see, very beautiful. I did everything around, and I did not do the front the neckline. This is the back neckline. I did not do the back neckline because I'm going to sew my facing on it, and this is the facing that I actually cut out. You can see I cut the facing out for the front, the V part, and for the back, and I sew it together as well. And after sewing it together, I just fold it very narrow, just fold it round, and I sew it. Right. So now what I'm going to do, and also I quickly did the pockets. You can see this is the same pocket. I sew it and then I top stitch it. And in order to top stitch it, this is what you do. After sewing it, you just press your work. You press the seam into your pocket, and then you just stop stitches like that. So when you put the garment together, then it will just slide in. It looks very beautiful. You can see the fabric is really very beautiful. This is the wrong side of the fabric, but the wrong side of the fabric really looks good. I really love it, and so they really really fabulous, as you can see. I really love it. And you cannot even see the right side of you can see the right side and the wrong side actually, but it depends on the side that you choose to use. You see, you can choose here and you use it and nobody will know because it really looks very beautiful, looks bright. So when you choose here, it really looks beautiful as well. But one thing I will tell you is that when you actually choose, like one thing, if you are making for a guy, it's not nice to have this type of shining area for men to, when you are making for a man. But for ladies, it's okay, we ladies, we love those shiny glitters fabrics. We love that. For a man, it's not actually advisable to do that. But if you suggest, I could just turn it off. I'll just turn it like this and use this area to make outfit for a man. You could do that, but one thing you have to know is by the time you do that, and then this glitter, all these ones will stick to the body. Even though you put on something under, maybe singlet, whatever it is, it will stick to the body and it will not be so really comfortable for the wearer. So that is what I think. So you decide what you want to do. You have a fabric like this, you decided that you want your husband, your boyfriend to be having sticky glitters in his body. It's up to you, but for now that is my suggestion. So therefore it is very suitable for ladies, but do not use it for a man. I guess that is my opinion about it. So I will go now. Now you can see that the pocket is being done and so on and so forth. So the next step we should do now is, I'm going to join the fabric together. But one thing it's up to you what you like to do. Sometimes you can just sew your neckline, the facing, your neckline, the back, and the front, and then you put your pattern together. But in this case, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to sew the shoulder parts, and I will sew the shoulder part first, and then I will add my facing. So therefore, after adding my facing, then I can as well just sew the side. But however, you can always do what you think is best for you, is easy for you. In this case, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the shoulder. I can do the shoulder, and I put the neckline on it. And I'll show you, and then I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
So I'm back now. So what I did was to sew the edges together. Let's see. We did the shoulder together. So actually this pattern is just easy. It is with the sleeve joined together with the main pattern. So you can see the shoulder is really very nice. So this is the shoulder. Alright. to do like this. So now I'm going to do the neckline. So as I said, I want to actually sew it first, the shoulder parts, before I place my neckline. So you can do your neckline separately and sew it together, but I decided to do it like this. So you do what you want. So now the step you're going to do now, just to attach the facing that you have already done together. So this is, I'm just attaching it now. I have fold the edges. So this is it. So I just pin it round the facing. So in this case, then it is easy for me to actually sew. Okay, so don't forget this area. You just attach it there, and then you make sure they correspond with each other. Okay. Now, if it doesn't, your work will not look neat. Okay, so that is that. Let me do this area. I'm just using pin to hold it. If you can easily just put it like that and sew it, but I decided to use pin so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so you can see that it's actually easy to attach, because what I did was, when I was cutting the facing, I actually used the same pattern, the edges of the pattern, to cut out my facing. That's what I did. And so now what you're going to do now is to sew it round, and after sewing it round, what I want to do, I sew it round, and then I want to have my I will stitch it. Oh, look at what I'm doing actually. So it's actually not good. So you could make this mistake. So what you do is to, instead of you see, this is the right side and this is the wrong side. So you do not you don't use your right side attached to the wrong side. No, 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 don't do that. Otherwise you will have issue later. So now let us repin our facing. Okay. So this can happen. It doesn't really matter as a beginner or you are professional. It can just happen. So you have to watch out what you are doing. Actually, I was not paying attention what I was doing. So you can make that mistake. So you have to be careful not to make that mistake. So luckily we haven't even start sewing it yet. So you see. So this is it. So this is it. So the right side to the right side, I will put it together. Alright. So after putting it together, then I will fold it in. See? So that's like this. So it can be like this. See? Okay. So let me like this. Okay, see? Very beautiful. So like this, you can see it's easy. So what I did now, I just turn it open on my table, and then I just start pinning right side to the right side. And so any fabric you want to do, that's how you would do it. Alright, right side to the right side. You have to be very careful so that you don't make that mistake. Otherwise, you have to redo your work again. Alright, so you have to try to save your time. Okay, so don't forget your shoulder. Open your seam and open this seam, and then you put it together. Okay, just like that. So that your work will not be crooked. You have to do that. Okay. So now And the facing, of course, you can make the facing wider, but I decided to make my own a little bit more narrow because it will go inside anyway. So don't forget this, the V part has to correspond with each other. Okay, so that is that. You put your pin there. Make sure you just turn it around. Okay. See, it's done. So I will go to my sewing machine now and I will sew it around. I will start from here actually. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'll start from here, the parts. I'll start somewhere here, then I will sew it all the way around and I'll come here again. Alright? Then after that I will just snip somewhere here, and then so that it will be easy for us to actually turn. So I will turn it. I will get it pressed. I will turn it and I will do top stitch inside. So when you want to do top stitch, this is what you do. Make sure you iron your work to the facing. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Iron your work to the facing, and then you stop stitch it. So like it will sew here in your facing, not the main fabric. So when you do that, then you can just you can turn it like this. Alright? So I'll go to my sewing machine and do mine. You can go ahead and do yours. So I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Right, I'm back. So let me just show you the next area I did. You can see I sew it round. I sew it around nicely, and then I top stitches. I just iron the sewing allowance to the facing, and I just top stitches. So I can just leave it like this. Let me just show you guys how it looks like. Okay, so this is the right side, you can see. So this is actually the neck area. So it has going down like this, you see. It looks really beautiful. So what you can do is when you get your work really pressed, the facing will go inside, then it will really look like this. You can see. But what you can also do, you could over here you could sew it around. Maybe you can just top stitches to make sure that the facing is well relaxed inside. But in this case, I'm not going to do this actually. I'm not going to do it because the fabric really is so beautiful. So I'm not going to just part that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a needle and thread. Then I will just open the seam like this. I will fold it nicely, and I will just use needle to do some stitches here. That's what I'm going to do. So this area as well, I will do that. Make sure the seam is open. In the middle, I will do that as well, and as well the front area, I will do that as well. So when you do the blind stitch, nobody will see it, so it will really look nice and relaxed. Okay. And so the next step we're going to do now is to sew the side, so the side seam and the pocket. So let me just show you guys what you will do. The next step that I'm going to do. So you can see the sleeve. You start with the sleeve like this. You make sure everything actually line up together. Otherwise, some area will be more longer than others. So you make sure everything line up together. And you make sure you use your sewing allowance that you actually put on it. So with here you can do it like this. You can do it like this, but I'm just going to do mine like this. So when I'm sewing, to be easy for me to just sew down. But if I start from the bottom, I can just do it like this. So I'm going to do like this because I'm going to start at the hemline. And then with the pocket, make sure that the pocket actually join together like this. Put the pocket together, and that's it. Okay. And so you're going to sew round the pocket. You sew from your sleeve area to here. Then you sew round the pocket to here. Then from here, you're going to sew it all the way down. Make sure that your hemline is as well correspond together. Alright? That's what you're going to do. So after you finish that, then the next step, after you finish that, what you will do next is to fold your hemline. So what you should do, you don't have to do it double, but if you did not overlock it, you can just do it double. You can fold double like this and like this. Then all the raw edges goes inside. Okay. But in this case, now that I already overlock it nicely, it looks beautiful. I can just leave it like this, but I decided to just have it fold. I'll fold it once. Just fold it once. You can just eyeball it how you want to fold it. Not too long, not too wide. You just fold it very, very tiny like that. But if you want to be sure exactly what you are doing, you can just use a tape measure with your marker to mark it round, and then you just fold it round. So that is it. So I'm going to do that, and after doing that, I will show you what I actually did. Alright, so you make sure you do both sides of your outfit together. Alright, so I'll be right back to show you that.
A few moments later.
Alright, I am back. So this is it. So this is the finished product. You can see the inseam pocket is in, just intact, and you don't see it, you see. So the sleeve is right here. It's perfectly done, and you can see the other side is also perfectly done. The inseam pocket is in. You can see. So it is perfect. So this is the finishing product. I went and for the edges, you can see the hemline. I just folded one, and so it's done. So what I'm just going to do now is just to get it pressed, and that is it, and then it is done. And then the clients can come tomorrow. She's coming tomorrow to pick up this dress. So yeah, I think she'll be very happy. What about you guys? What do you think? So you can give a comment, whatever you want to say, to be nice. Alright, so this is the front, and this is the back area. Alright, it's really nice. Love it. So good. Yeah, so I'm happy with it. The design is really quite good. Went down, went sideways, the flowers and see. So this is the end of this tutorial. So I could say thank you very much for watching, and go ahead and practice, because practice makes perfect. You can have your pattern, a commercial pattern, you modify it, you make other type of style, you just do little adjustment, you'll be fine. So anyhow you do it, it's your dress. If you made a mistake, it is your dress. Sometimes when you made a little mistake, then it's just as if the original pattern was like that. So you should not be afraid at all to make changes to your pattern or make a mistake. If you make mistakes, you rectify it, and it will be okay. Alright? So as I said, always say practice makes perfect. If I can do it, you can do it as well. So you go ahead there and practice your sewing pattern. All right, so thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all a very, very good day wherever you may be. All right, so for me it's goodbye. Bye.